Who knows how long it could take? Well, that was pretty intense. Welcome back to another video, guys. Our journey starts here in the 99 Pans, a remote area in the northeast of Namibia.
So here they are, we've found the hippos. There's 4 adults and 2 calves.
They've just gone under the water.
Just gone under the water.
Which means you don't know where they are. There we go.
Heads have just popped up.
Ooh.
How cool.
There's a baby one. These hippos shouldn't be here. This is the middle of the desert after all. The theory is that the hippos will have originated from the Okavango Delta, making their way to this water source. For what reason, you ask? Well, no one seems to know exactly why they did this.
We've been sat at camp now for most of the afternoon watching the hippos, and the elephants just rolled in. Amazing.
We spent the evening sharing stories over a couple of drinks and a good braai.
Time for us to leave. It's not nice leaving nice places, is it?
No. Oh.
The roots, like, it's grown.
Oh yeah.
So we've lost brakes along that road. It is only a matter of time before these roads do destroy something. Can you see? This is the bracket on the rear axle and this is the broken pipe.
Mm.
So what I've done is I've taken some fuel grade hose. You can see that the brake is here. I've taken some hose and I'm going to try and just clamp down the hose to stop us losing any more of the brake fluid. Obviously if it works then we can carry on and fix it another time. If not, we're going to have to go back the 60 kilometres from where we just came. In my tool bag I always used to carry brazing rods for this exact problem. For some reason don't know, I guess I travelled with them for a couple of years on different trips and never used them, so I thought I'd take them out. But I could really do with them now. And I could take off the brake lines off the rear and I could just braze it back together. Maybe. It didn't seal, so there's still fluid coming out the pipe. It was a long shot fixing it with a bit of hose, really. So have to think of another plan. It's an interesting thing, isn't it? Because people ask, well, what spares do you carry when you're doing a trip like this? And you can almost guarantee, although saying that, like I said earlier, I carried brazing rods and things to fix a problem like this. Just so happens that it looks like we can fix it with solder, but I don't have .4, which is another thing that I would normally carry, and I don't know why I haven't got. So, first breakdown of the trip.
Not bad, considering we're 5 months
Not
in.
bad. And it's not...
It's not, it's a fixable problem.
Yes, not an issue, really. We've just got to drive 60 k's back with no brakes.
Oh.
In elephant territory. Mistake it for a big rock. So I did notice that my handbrake warning symbol came on the dash here, but I thought that was just from the corrugations jumping up and down, maybe a loose cable or something. But what I've noticed before is when we're doing like a steep descent, steep downhill or whatever, that light comes on too. And obviously it's basically when the fluid in the reservoir is rushing to the front when you're going downhill steep that the sensors read that there's no fluid there. So it's good to know that that actually does come on when there's a problem. I just didn't think there was a problem. I thought it was just the corrugations and a loose wire. So I'll keep an eye out for that next time.
So we just stopped off at the Chinquay Country Lodge and we managed to get some oil, and Harry's just speaking to the guys to see what he can use of theirs in order to fix this problem. Who knows how long it could take.
That's how the pipe wants to sit. So now I can square that off, grind it back a bit and then try and braze it. And I just put those marks on as a guide to the direction in which that pipe wants to point.
Harry, along with the guys at Pine's workshop, tried their best to get a good enough solder on the brake line. But unfortunately, when the line was reinstalled and we pumped the brakes, it began to leak.
So we decided last night to call it a day and go and have something to eat and try again today. What I'm trying to do is, because yesterday when we were soldering we couldn't get the pipe to sit nicely and still basically. So essentially what I'm doing today is I'm trying to ream out this pipe with whatever tools I have, and then I'll chamfer the edge of that pipe. It will sit inside the reamed out one enough so that I can get a decent joint and solder. Give it a go. It fits inside. So my plan is to kind of obviously offer it back up underneath the car and then get them to sit in there nice and still and then try and solder it again. But I think that's our best chance of getting a nice solder, is doing it like that. So that just happened. Oh. Unless they've got gas in town, that's it. Nothing I can do.
Dickie and Pine saved the day yet again. They lent us some gas to refill the soldering iron and we were back in business.
There you go, I thought I'd show you before I put that back in. I'm going to reinstall it and then test it with the brake fluid.
Harry spent the whole day trying to fix the line. With many attempts of soldering not being successful, we managed to get some new brake line, but without the correct tools it was almost impossible to fix. Harry decided to isolate the rear left brake. We would have to fix this brake line when we left this extremely remote part of Namibia and could find the tools we needed for the job.